Everyone, this is Jane with Barlow Herbal, and this healthy habit is number 12 in my book of healthy habits. This one, I've really come into my own with this one lately, even though I didn't think I was very gifted in the whole art department. So this one says, and I suggest to dabble in art. Now, my mom was a very good artist, and she had all kinds of art supplies from colored pencils and paints and all kinds of things for us to practice with and just be creative with when we were growing up. Now, the interesting thing is most of my siblings are these really, really good artists, painters and sculptors, and the sheer art that they can do just with portraits and landscapes and whatever it is they wanted to do. And I've always really struggled with drawing and painting. So for most of my life, I've always loved photography, and I kind of figured, okay, photography is my art. And I've just always loved taking pictures of almost anything and just getting creative with it. Now, a couple of years ago, I actually started doodling with my grandkids, and it was interesting because I found myself just kind of expanding on this doodle. They were both sitting next to me, and we were all just had a blank piece of paper and a fine point Sharpie. And so you don't make mistakes, or you figure a way to make your mistake because there's no erasing. So I started doodling, and I ended up doing something like this, which is kind of crazy. And then I would color them so you can kind of see. And these are just me starting with a blank piece of paper. And I have tons of these now because I'm really not a TV watcher. So what I'll do is I will sit at the counter after dinner, or if I just need to unwind my brain, I'll get out a Sharpie and I'll literally sit and just doodle. And these have really evolved over these last couple of years. They're fun to do. I find such creative joy. My brain gets to disconnect, and it feels challenged, and I really feel stress just completely released. So if any of you have ever not only dabbled in art, but have seriously done art, you understand how absorbing it is, how uplifting for the soul it is when you get this creative piece of you and you put it out to the world. So this is a habit that can literally release your stress, which that alone can make you super healthy when you release your stress. So find something that's going to kind of call to you. It doesn't have to be anything that I'm doing. It doesn't have to be anything that anyone that you know is doing, but find something that gives you that creative outlet and start doing it. It's absolutely one of the funnest things you're going to do. Now, while I'm thinking about it, I actually grabbed something here too. I actually did this last year. I started doing some acrylic pouring, which if you've ever seen this, so here's one I did this summer. And this is just super fun. It's just something that just kind of releases this creative piece of me. And I've got sisters and friends and anyone who will take this art. I've given it to them, and a lot of them have actually been kind enough to hang it on their walls. But this is just something that, again, makes my creative juices flow and just makes me feel so good and so relaxed, and I can just really not think about my problems while I'm working on art. So I hope you've been inspired by some little thing about getting some projects of art going. I would love, love, love to hear what you do in your art, and maybe drop a comment below and let me know. If you're art challenged like I thought I was, you might be surprised at what you'd find. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.